can imagine the shame of going back with my whole tray of eggs. My younger sister uh, asked me, ebe leo umemaliza kuuza aje mapema? Because it was barely 30 minutes. And I didn't even answer her. I went, sat at the home, dustbin. I was like, should I just pour this entire stuff there and break that bucket and never do eggs again? But I told myself, this is money you have spent on these eggs. So I swallowed the pride, went back, lit the fire, and put in the eggs and boiled them afresh, and went back to the same saloon to the same woman and said, "Hebu tuone kama imeiva." And she was like, wow, okay. She bought two. But of course, I learned that maybe eggs boiling 101, it matters the amount of heat that you're subjecting the eggs to. What I mean, growth mindset. Growth mindset is believing that you can fail once, but you keep going and keep going. And you hear the great stories. I'm told Toyota was started off as a grocery. Yes, Toyota company. The guy started off as a grocery. Juicy fruit, the one that we eat. Joseph, the one that we don't like the advert. He started off as selling soap. So he would sell soap and then give out the juicy fruit as a giveaway. But then he realized people loved the juicy fruit than even the soap. So he changed business and started doing juicy fruit and did away with the soap business. What I mean to say is that at times you have to go through a number of business. You will start here, go here, fail, until you get to the end thing. So just keep going. Then number 3 point is entrepreneurs who view themselves as capable leaders attract more clients, investors, and partnerships. If you view yourself as a capable leader, then you are able to attract more clients. Imagine someone pitching to you the idea and they don't believe about it. And get used to using big words. Just talk about millions. Even if you have 200K, say, I have this quarter a million. I have this a quarter a million if you're having like 250,000. What that does is it helps to just brand you. Don't be this washe person. Business is not doing good. Sahi, nini. No, learn to speak with confidence. When you are networking, tell people what you do. Tell guys, I'm into this hotel industry and we are doing so good. Hiyo time uko na kibanda, and you're telling guys you're in the hotel industry. Yes, you're in the hotel industry. Just that it has not grown to where it needs to be. Ati usiambie msee wa boda. Tell them I'm in the transport sector. Because that is where you are, right? Just that you are doing smaller scale. What that makes you feel then is that's opening up your brain. Because if I'm doing one doodie myself, then I start thinking about how can I get the second doodie, the second motorbike, and employ someone. Before you know it, you will be having the tuk-tuks and all that. So get with confidence. Don't feel bad about what you're doing because it is small. Don't tell people I hang around with a camera. No. Tell people I create stories and sell those stories. Like, that is it. Someone like, how do you create stories? Oh, I stay behind the lens when people are doing the stories. And that is just your self-concept. Because if you tell someone, mi ukuwa msewa mkono, anafikiria, unakuwa mjei mahali fulani. So they may not necessarily give you that opportunity to grow. Allow me say, everyone else is doubting you. Do not join them. Everyone else is doubting you. Don't be the person that is doubting yourself. Don't add to their doubt list. Don't add to their doubt list. Could be you'll be the first entrepreneur in your family, and maybe someone asks, well, utaweza biashara kweli? Don't doubt yourself. Because the fact that other people have done it, it shows that you are also able to do it. It is doable. Don't limit yourself. Don't think low of yourself. Don't join those who are doubting you. Part B of this conversation is that income reinforces your self-concept. We have said, we're talking about income self-concept, that there is a correlation between your self-concept and your income. The first part you have been looking at, how do we grow our self-concept so that then we negotiate better? Because You can be offering the same value, but then when you think low of yourself, I am told of a story of a friend who went for an interview. He was the best candidate. They were offering it at 100K per month, and he went and quoted 70,000. They didn't pick him because they felt you are substandard, and that's a time we really need to think beyond our papers. Let not your papers define you. Our papers good, yes. I have several, and I intend to add more papers. But then, if you just limit yourself to papers, you won't grow. There are guys out here without papers, but then they know their craft, they sell it so good, and they get the job done. And those are the guys that are paid. This is to say, if you're doing any good work out there, don't be shy, don't be quiet. Please wake up and shout. Coca-Cola are the biggest company, but then every other time there's a Coca-Cola advert on TV. True or true? Or, okay, true. Don't get shy. People ask me, hey, Beneza, do you rest? Why do you have to have every other time your status about Eben consultancy and all that? Because that is the thing. That is what I'm doing. And people must know what you're doing. There are people that are selling cakes, selling good stuff, but their status speaks about memes and all that. Will memes feed you? Not entirely. What I mean, shout out your craft. Let people know what you're doing. People say unajionyesha, haujionyeshi. It is true, ukweli unajionyesha. But because how will they know unless you tell them what you're doing? On your story, but then be vocal about your story. You are the first brand ambassador of your brand. Please don't be quiet. Shout out. I think one of the things I boast of, okay, boast is a heavy word. One of the things that I'm proud of is I don't keep quiet about anything that I'm doing. When I get an idea, I put it into action. When I put it into action, I tell people, hey, I am here, I am doing this. I have done a number of things. I have done photography at some point, and of course it didn't go so well because at times you need the skill set. I have done virtual assistant and trained people on virtual assistant while ALX were training. Like I had a parallel program apart from what ALX are doing. And I had clients coming to me, not going to ALX. And ALX was free, mine was charging, but people paid for mine. Why? On your story, share it. I would go out and I am somewhere in Java, and I'm like, this is the beauty of being a virtual assistant. You don't have to work anywhere. With your coffee and all that, come, get trained at only 500 per hour. And I had friends coming and say, I want to be trained. Okay. I didn't intend to give them the certificate. I intended to give them the skills for them to use and do something else with their life. I hope they are using the skills, my good friends who joined the classes. Don't be shy about what you're doing. Don't. You are the first brand ambassador of your brand. And at times it looks like people are not seeing, but people are seeing. Somewhere will be in a boardroom and they're like, we are looking for a photographer. And they'll be like, oh, we see this guy. And they will call you out. But when you're just quiet about your brand, then you leave money on the table. And don't be shy to talk about it, even in the social settings. Even in a birthday, when you're introducing yourself. Si mimi nani mpenda madem. Achana na hizo intro za ufala. Tell people mimi naitwa nani na nafanyanga hivi. And this is my craft. Mimi huundanga keki. Mimi ufanyanga hype. Mimi ni DJ. And people will think about you. And people would connect with you at that particular level. So the correlation between income and self-concept, success builds confidence. When you are an entrepreneur, you start earning, your belief in your capabilities strengthens. If you're a DJ and then you go do a gig, they give you an amount of money. You remember I said my story when I was called in and then I'm paid 10K. So I said, Kumba, I can earn 15K. The next day I told a friend, now I want 20. And then they give, because it helps you even believe in what you're doing. And even what that does is you want to even give premium value, that you can't charge 20K and then give a 10K value because you just grow that. So success builds confidence. I think we have had conversations in the Landmaster Boss Moves podcast. You may want to go watch that on my YouTube, Gifted Eben. That people look at you the way you like. People judge you the way you look. People address you the way you are dressed. If you show up and you are on anduthi, umetembea, umekuja, unanuka jasho, and then you're coming to speak to CEOs, na umewacharge 50k, they will be like, bro, that money you wouldn't get a Bolt to come here. So success drives your income, your self-concept. When money is coming in, you're able to afford a better suit, you're able to coming in a better ride, and that just improves your value proposition. I remember the other day when I caught my first flight, a friend of mine told me, that's a brand, that's branding. Because someone will think if they want Eben, they must pay his flight. Yes, you must pay my flight. Anyway, that's when I lied. But it builds a perception. It builds a perception. But even a struggling business can lead to a negative self-concept if you're struggling. And all entrepreneurs may give it here on the chat box, on the comment section. When you have rent arrears and all that, it is tough. Even if a client comes with an offer that is not so good, at times you give in because you're like, hey, I need that money. But then when you're succeeding, maybe in the next conversation we shall look at how are you able to even multiply your streams of income as an entrepreneur so that you're not depending on one thing. That if I'm having a studio, then can even have outdoor shoots. If I'm having outdoor shoots, can I even start training guys on camera so that I have so many two things that are bringing in money so that I don't just wait on a certain stream of income. If I'm baking cakes, can I start online classes for baking cakes? Guys join my Google link and then I charge them 300 and then I show them how to do that so that you're able to just get multiple sources of income within the same thing. You can write ebooks, short books on podcasting, and people buy it. And it can help you to grow so that you're not just depending on one thing. So think about your business and all that you're doing. You can multiply it threefold. For those that are speakers like me, you can write books. You can write books as well. You can do webinars. You can start training on public speaking. All that would help so that you're not starting to negotiate from a point of fear. Because when consumers or buyers know that you are desperate, it's so bad. They squeeze you, and it feels bad even for you as a service provider when you're providing something and you feel like I'm just here for the money. Like you don't do a best job, you feel grumpy. Hapo ndio maana unapatanga mlishoot mahali kumba mko mmefinya record, like it just becomes chaotic because like you didn't. That's when you print and then the machines don't work, like because you went into the negotiation feeling like you are an underdog. So you don't want to feel like an underdog every other time you're going to a negotiation. And how do you do that? You are able to have multiple streams of income within the same business. Again, when you're struggling, you don't even have money to reinvest into the business, right? Self-concept shapes negotiation power. The confident and assertive negotiate higher prices, demand fair deals, and are willing to walk away. Those that are assertive and confident, you're able to negotiate higher prices. And I had something very interesting this week. That the one who calls after the sale is the one who loses. Okay, what that means is, if you sell to someone and then you follow up, you are the one that is losing. But when you are confident and tell them this is the amount of money, and you tell them all the best, and then you leave that tension. That tension between the client and the seller? There's a certain tension. Who will talk first? Who blinks first? So who blinks first is the loser. But of course, when you are at a bad place, you keep blinking. Unashinda ukiband. Niaje Ben, hiyo deal inaenda aje? Unachoma. Don't follow up. Unachoma. Because what the seller is speaking is that you are desperate. And then they'll be like, inakwanga 10k. Niko na 3,000 mbele nyuma na katikati. Because you are desperate. So the confident and assertive negotiate higher prices, demand fair deals, and are willing to walk away. When I'm teaching people about negotiation skills, there's something I call, there's the walk away point, the zone of possible agreement, and the ZOPA, zone of possible agreement, walk away point, And then the what now? That is the something about alternatives. So you should be able to walk away from any deal. But walking away means you're walking away because you're walking away to something else. And you're walking away knowing that there are other streams of income that will come in. Lakini ukiwa desperate, my friend, unaungushwangwa na unasema yes. Before aupigi hesabu, ukienda unapata umebeba crew, umebeba mbogi, umewalipia fare, umeenda huko mkafanya deal, mkanyeshewa. I have ever gone for a deal na lapi yangu ikaharibika. Na hiyo lapi mpaka I had to discard it totally because naambiwa nahitaji 20k. Deal ilikuwa 3,500. Na wali negotiate. It feels so bad, it just wastes you. So but when you're able to walk away, you are like, hey bro, honestly siwezi beba kamera ya 150k. Mkuje mnipe 3,000. Na I wanted 15. And other businesses, at times you spend a lot of time just go all that time, unaenda unapigwa hata ngeta huko hivyo. And then you come back and you're like, you feel so bad you actually took on that deal. I'm not saying that you don't you don't come to a point of agreement, but just know you have done your math so well that come what, you're able to go back and profit from what you're doing. There is what you call perceived value and innate value. Perceived value is what your client thinks you are offering them. Innate value is what you actually offer your client. So when you're selling out and branding and telling people what you do, don't sell the innate value, sell the perceived value. Okay, Coca-Cola will tell you, when you see Coca-Cola advert and it looks like fun and all that, they are selling you a feeling. They are selling you a feel good. And look at all the marketing and adverts. You know, I see one on Gong Road on alcohol. It says Imara kama Simba. You know, it is not telling you are selling you liquor. No, it's telling you when you take this, you'll be Imara kama Simba. I saw another one says that there's no wrong way to dance. So they are selling you the feeling. So perceived value, and that is what clients want. Tell people what they will have or how they will feel after they are buying from you. That if you buy my coaching program, then you're able to never worry about money again. That is perceived value. But then when you're coming into the innate value, then you're getting those lessons, you're getting the sessions, and this is how much it costs and all that. Don't sell the pieces again. Don't tell us, oh, it is 1 hour, and then you have 5 cameras, and then you have what people on set. That is not what clients don't give a damn about all that. They don't give a damn about, oh, you know, I'm coming from Kiambu. They want the value of what you're offering. Experts price their services and products accordingly. Self-doubters undercharge or accept lowball offers. When you're doubting yourself, and one way you doubt yourself is because maybe you have not built your craft. If you have built your craft, then you're not confident about what you're offering, and that is your self-concept. They undercharge or accept lowball offers. And should I tell you the truth? It takes the same energy to serve a low paying client than it takes to serve a high paying client. And even to say that the amount of money you use to spend low paying clients is robbing you time to spend your high value clients. The amount of time you're using to spend your low paying clients, it's robbing you time to spend your high value clients. Am I saying you should not serve your low paying clients? I just mean to say that know that whatever you're negotiating, whatever you're saying yes to, then it's worth it and you are able to stay with that. Another point is entrepreneurs with positive self-image are willing to push for better terms rather than settle out of fear. Don't settle out of fear. Never fear to negotiate as well. Never negotiate in fear. Never fear to negotiate, but never negotiate in fear. Don't fear asking for money. And that's why I started this conversation by asking, how many of us had conversations with our parents while we are growing up about money? Not so many of us had conversations about money, and that's why we don't ask for money. Msana kuuliza, oh, kwenda hivi na hivi, you tell him everything apart from the money, alafu baadaye unakaa ukiexpect siajue nilifanya hii anipe pesa au kuitisha hiyo pesa. So never fear to negotiate, but again, never negotiate in fear. Ask for that money. If someone is telling you, you're coming to speak in Mombasa and all that, hey bana, tell them, is it possible you're paying for my flight? Don't fear to negotiate. Don't. Then they'll tell you, oh, because honestly, you can spend all the time on the road, yet they had the budget, they had and even in corporates, they don't give you what you deserve. They give you what you ask for. And what happens? The HRs never tell you this. When you under negotiate during your salary negotiation, that money that the HR has saved for the company, it's then a percentage is given to them as a raise because they have saved money for the company. So imagine someone is profiting because you are not just able to speak up for yourself. So never fear to negotiate. As well, never negotiate in fear. Don't buy under pressure, but as well, don't sell in desperation. Don't buy under pressure. Don't buy under pressure. Don't buy when you really badly need it. If you're traveling and you are downtown, and there are these guys who come to the window and they are selling water, and you're desperate, you want the water, you'll be sold something. A friend of mine was sold something that is not even water, some tap dirty water, and then they are selling you out of desperation. Even in this city, don't buy under pressure. You'll go buy something and then you'll meet someone like, you only know how much. You tell them, what? Wanakucheka. I bought the same thing at this amount of money because you bought under pressure. Don't buy under pressure, but as well don't sell in desperation. And people pick when you're desperate. Clients pick when you're desperate. They're like, hey, hapa iko nini. Sellers know when you badly need the product. Buyers know when you desperately need the money. Buyers know when you desperately need the money. And sellers know when you desperately need the product. So how do you build your self-concept? 1, reframe your money mindset. How do you think about money? What is your self-limiting beliefs? What is the amount of money you tell yourself is a large amount of money? Someone said you can never earn the amount of money you think that is a lot of money. You can never earn that amount of money. So please, extrapolate that money, the figure that you think it's a large amount of money. If you thought 100K is a large amount of money, expand. Tell yourself, even 200,000 is not a lot of money because it is relative. Do you feel guilty about charging high prices? Do you associate wealth with greed? Don't. Being wealthy is not greedy. Of course, there are people who are greedy. You can be poor and greedy at the same time. So, do you feel guilty about charging high prices? Do you associate wealth with greed? Think about that. But something that I'm heavy on is adopting an abundance mindset. Abundance mindset means that I know money will come and I will use that money in a very good way. Don't have this scarcity mindset. Don't, because your words create your world. You see that day when you wake up and you open up your shop and you're like, leo ni kubaya. Hiyo siku inaendanga tu kukiwa kubaya na kukiwa kubaya. But when you wake up and you're like, this looks like a good day, I am optimistic. That's when a client that you pitched to some time back comes and they're like, hey, kuna ile deal, are you available? Surround yourself with successful people. Don't be sitting around people that will say, hey, ni kunoma, ni kugumu. Guys that feel a cup of cappuccino to 50 ni pesa mob. Wanakuambia, hey, hiyo pesa manze, tungetembea tu alafu tu nini. Hao mamori wako wa kutembea. Tungetembea tu alafu hiyo pesa to save. Surely 250 to save tufanyie nini. So, what I mean to say, surround yourself with people that are speaking abundance. I'm not talking about show-offs. I'm talking about people that help you to think, by the way, it is able to get to 1 million. One of my friends is called Edwin. He's the CEO of ECB Technologies. He was my campus friend. I love when you talk to him because Edu tells me, Ebeneza, hata mtu ajuangi akipita mita. Like, yeah, mita is like, he talks that language. Mita, simia 160k, si shida. Like, it is just another amount of money. And that challenges me. That tells me it is possible. Because Kauni Morio tulikuwa naye the same high school. Tukakula the same dining hall. Tukakaa the same dorms. Then it is possible for me to even achieve that. And that tells you, you should not be, what is the word? Don't be threatened with other people's success. The fact that mbogi yako, someone in your neighborhood is succeeding, it should give you, what? It should give you hope that God is the neighborhood. No, that if so-and-so got to this amount of money and all that, I'm able to even get to these amounts of money. I want you to write down 3 money beliefs holding you back and replace them with empowering one. Think about 3 money beliefs that hold you back. Maybe you think money is to be spent. I know that is common. So that when money comes into your pocket you're already itching. Until you are at 0, that's when you relax. Wale watu wanapata 3,000. Mko, wase mko, kwani hamjui leo ni Friday? Mko wapi? Na ni 3k peke yake. Akisha sota ndio anatulia kwanza. Mpaka mabeshte zako wanakujuanga umse kama anaka kitu anakuwa kwa nyumba. I once worked under a boss who, when money will come into the office, you wouldn't find him. Akikuwa kwa ofisi ujue tu, senior amesota. Amekuja kuandika grants zingine na proposal. Zikiingiana hivi. It's a money mindset that money is to be spent. But as I've already said, the primary money of money is to get other money. And then you're able to eat from the profits of that money. I heard Rev Julian Killer say something very profound, that if you are able to live on the dividends of your dividends, then you are entirely rich or wealthy. If you're able to live on the dividends of your dividends, then you're rich. If you get 1 billion and then you get 10% of 1 billion, which is 1% of 1 billion, which is 1 million, then that is what you get from money market fund every month, then you're rich. Just 1 million. You don't have to work for it. You got 10 billion, you got 1 billion shillings, give it to an MMF that gives you 1 million every month, then you can spend that 1 million. What are these limiting beliefs about money that have kept you, that you need to change? Another suggestion is strengthen your personal value, own your expertise, recognize that your knowledge, skills, and experiences have value. Please. Some of us are broke, but we are so skilled. Na unajua, how do you know you're skilled? Mabeshte zako hukuita wanakuambia, by the way, unifanyie hii kitu, unafanyanga fiti. Some will even be cooking chapos during parties. Si ndio? Wasa wanakuambia, Luther, wewe upika chapo fiti. Na unaendanga unafanya kazi ya bure huko. Sisemi usaidiane mabeshte, but could that be a skill that you can monetize? Si ndio? Joa mabeshte ndio unaomba 200 urgently, but kwa bash unawapikia bure na hawajui kupika. What if uambie siku natokea kupika, nitawachajisha 1,000. Na nisiwaombe 200 urgently. So some of us are so skilled, have good knowledge. It could be even writing proposals. There are people that are good with writing proposals. Some even doing content. You're able to advertise. You're able to do voiceovers. Don't give it away for free. Don't. Because those who don't pay attention. Those who don't pay attention. And I learned that through my webinars and my online classes. Mtu anasema, siwezi lipa. Unamtumia hadi link. Anakuambia, sorry, imeisha. Anakuja time imeisha. Sikujua ilikuwa leo, lakini imagine kama kwa amelipa 10k for your 1 hour. Atakuwa ameka alarms, hata anaambia familia, mnikumbushe niko na session saa ngapi? 7. But because it's free, kwanza watu ukipenda kitu free watu wanafikirianga kwani una kitu ya kufanya bro. Like you don't have something you can do with your time. Those who don't pay attention. But even so, those who pay more attention. Those who pay more attention. So, monetize your skills. You have so many skills you're able to monetize. And these skills you're not talking about even the ones you learned in school. It could be just communication. It could be organizational skills. Kwa bash wewe ndio unaambiwanga utapanga magari kwa surprise, si ndio? No, we are in a surprise generation. Surprise. Wewe ndio unajua kupanga mpaka huyo girlfriend asijue kulikuwa na kitu. Unajua kuweka vitu zote chini ya maji. You can monetize that, si ndio? By the way, I can plan for you a surprise at this amount of money. Na unapanga kila kitu. Unatafuta venue, unatafuta nini, unatafuta wale wasa kusema say yes, unatafuta. Own your expertise. Value your skills, value your knowledge, and you're able to even give a price to it. And then practice asking for more, whether it's negotiating deals or setting higher prices. Push beyond your comfort zone. Ask for more. There is more money, by the way. People have money. Ask for more. I remember I used to charge my counseling skills sessions for 200, 300 bob. Na tungesumbuana bado na client. Please, remember you need to pay. Please. But then, there's a time, I got this client that was willing to pay 10 times in 1 hour. And I said, wale watu wa 300, waende tu kabisa. Because watu wa 300 ndio mnasumbuananga tena. Do you know you have a session? Nilikuwa nimesahau. Umewatumia link walikuwa wamesahau. Lakini kama sasa amelipa 3k. Hata ndio anakukumbushanga, remember you have a session today. Because it has pained them. But also detach self-worth from rejection. I know it's not about you, it's about fit or timing. I know it's not about your self-worth. And I have already said, when people say no to you, they are giving you more opportunity to say yes to other people. When I'm sitting here and doing whatever I'm doing, then I have said yes to many other things that I would have be doing the same time. So even you, when someone says no to you, it's not an opportunity to go commit suicide, be it even in a relationship. There are over 7 billion other people that would want to be in a relationship with you in the globe. So don't, and I'm talking this because I know May is a mental health awareness month, and people who have faced rejection and committed suicide, it's not worth it, bro. Amekukataa. Please, songa kama injili, like just move ahead. That job they have told you no, apply. There are other companies, there are international companies that want your expertise. No should not be a label for you, and no should not be like limiting you. It should be giving you the energy to go ahead and ask for more. I want to give you a challenge. The next time you are negotiating, set a price 20% higher than your comfort level and stick to it. That is a challenge. The next time you are negotiating, ask for 20% more and stick to it and see. And be ready to walk away. And one psychology game you can play is that if your client is telling you, you are expensive, tell them, send them a number of someone else. Sema, jaribu huyu, I think he's cheap. It's a mindset game. And it works. It works. When you tell them, hey, by then najua kansela mwingine cheap. Sikia, okay, ni sawa tu, basi tunaweza fanya lini. It just works. Because someone said something, and I totally believe this. Cheap cannot be the best, and the best cannot be cheap. Go ask Rolls-Royce. Have you ever known a cheap Rolls-Royce? There is no cheap. If you go there and tell them, but Toyota are cheaper, they will tell you, go buy a Toyota. We don't want your money. iPhone. Is there a cheaper iPhone? Unless sometimes, okay. There is no cheaper iPhone. But every other time iPhone is announcing the next iPhone, shops are flooded, people wanting that. Because the cheap cannot be the best, and the best cannot be cheap. So if you are the best and you're charging cheaply, just know you are doing yourself a disservice. And if you're not the best and you're charging highly, just know you're also doing yourself a disservice, because people will know you. There's a way the market sieves. So no. Someone will give you an opportunity, and then uende huko, uchome, nini, ulete picha zinakaa moshi, na umecharge 100k. Kwanza bad reputation spreads faster than good reputation. Ukichomea mse mmoja, one customer, wanaendanga wakispread. Hata hawakuulizwangi. Kwani ulitoa wapi hiyo video mbaya? ya. Kuna msee kwani hiyo gari ulichomelewa wapi? Like, bad reputation spreads faster than good reputation. What I mean to say is that you have to really do your best if you're charging premium. Next time you're negotiating, set a 20% higher price, but then ensure you are offering your best. Please don't take your best clients for granted. Don't. And if you do not offer your high value clients a good offer, they'll go seek for someone else. They will. And when they do, guess who is losing? It's you who is losing, because you're leaving money on the table. Negotiate, develop negotiation skills. I don't know how your negotiation skills are. Please learn how to negotiate. Prepare for every negotiation. Know your value, research your counterpart, and have a strategy. If you're selling a service, I have said there is no set standard for any service. You can charge the amount of money you want, but then get to know who you are talking with. What is their value proposition? How do they want it? Communicate that. Master silence. Confident entrepreneurs let others talk first and don't rush to accept offers. Don't rush to accept an offer. Don't. Even tell them, let me think about it. Tell them, let me sleep over it. Hata kama unajua umekubali, just tell them I'm thinking about it. Yes, tuma sahi kwa hii namba, unajua desperate. Master silence. Tell them, let me ask my team. Hata hiyo time hauna team, unajua team ni wewe na wewe na wewe mwenyewe. Tell them, let me go and ask my team. What does it gives power on your side. Learn to say no. Walk away from low value deals. Increase long-term earnings. Walk away. I have said the amount of time you used to serve clients that do not pay value for money for value, the same time you used to pay high value clients. As I bring this to a close, I want you to have a role play of a negotiation scenario, you with your friend, on pricing, service, or pitching for an investor, and refine your approach. Role play with a friend and just play around negotiation and see whether you're able to negotiate for more, even as you do that. The whole conversation about income self-concept is a conversation about you knowing your value, you investing in your value, and negotiating based on the value and delivering the value you promised. The whole conversation about income self-concept is not about you just asking for more. It's about you asking for more because you are offering more value and you are delivering the promise of what your brand says it's offering. So that if you're asking for 30,000, someone can see that this is even beyond that. If you're asking for a certain amount of money, someone can see even that beyond. Allow me say that there are a million people that are waiting for you to sell them value so that they would buy it. But at times we have just kept quiet about it. We have not went out and shouted out what we are doing. Own your craft, but also speak about your craft. Let people know. Let your acquaintances know. Let your inner circle know. Let your social media platforms know what you're doing. By so doing, you're building your brand, but also you are putting yourself at a pedestal that you are able to charge for value and also feel that you also gave what you deserved. If you forget anything from this session, do not forget that you cannot earn more than your value, your income self-concept allows you to. If you do, it seems like it's a mistake, and then you have to squander all that and come back to your income self-concept. My desire for you is that you will grow your income self-concept. And how do you do that? By investing in your skill set, investing in your value proposition, and offering value every other time you get to serve other clients. This is Learn Masterclass, and what I'm just sharing on this video was what we did in the first quarter. We are having season 2 coming up in the second quarter, and I would put a link down here and sign up. First quarter, we talked about growth mindset, we talked about goal setting, we talked about income self-concept, and negotiating and pricing. This other quarter, we have amazing content coming up and amazing modules to learn about. be among the first adopters, and you'll never regret showing up for these classes. Till next time, all the best, be the best. I wish you well, you and your loved ones. Cheers. See you in the next video.